Have you ever wondered how scientists figure out what causes diseases like cancer or heart disease? It's like solving a complex puzzle, piecing together clues to understand what might be increasing the risk of illness. One of the most important tools in a scientist's arsenal is the case control study. These studies offer a powerful way to investigate the causes of diseases, particularly those that are rare or take a long time to develop. Imagine a detective investigating a crime. They start with the outcome, the crime itself, and then work backward, looking for clues that might explain why and how it happened. Case control studies work in a similar way. Researchers begin by identifying a group of individuals who already have the disease in question. These are the cases. Next, they carefully select a group of similar individuals who do not have the disease. These are the controls. By comparing the past experiences and exposures of both groups, researchers can identify potential risk factors that might be contributing to the development of the disease. Case control studies are particularly useful for studying rare diseases. Imagine trying to find enough people with a rare illness to form a study group if you followed them over time. It would take a very long time and might not even be feasible. Case control studies offer a clever shortcut, allowing researchers to gather information about past exposures efficiently and effectively. Case control studies are like taking a snapshot of the past. Instead of following people over time to see who develops a disease, like in a cohort study, we rewind the clock. We start with people who already have the disease and a group without the disease. Then we look back to see if there are any differences in their past experiences or exposures that might explain why some got sick and others didn't. Think of it like this. Imagine you're investigating an outbreak of food poisoning at a picnic. A case-control study would involve interviewing those who got sick, the cases, and those who didn't, the controls. You'd ask everyone about what they ate, where they sat, and if they shared any food or drinks. By comparing the responses of both groups, you might find that those who got sick were more likely to have eaten a particular dish, giving you a valuable clue about the source of the outbreak. This approach is particularly useful for studying diseases that take a long time to develop, such as certain types of cancer. Waiting for people to develop the disease in a cohort study could take decades. Case control studies provide a faster and more efficient way to identify potential risk factors without having to wait for such a long time. To understand case control studies fully, let's break down their 5 key elements. First, what is a case? A case is a person who has the disease being studied. They are the central focus of the investigation. Second, looking back for causes or exposures, we delve into the past of both cases and controls, trying to identify any differences in their exposures to potential risk factors. This might include things like diet, lifestyle choices, environmental factors, or genetic predispositions. Third, grouping several cases for study. We need a group of cases that is large enough to draw meaningful conclusions. The more cases we have, the more statistically powerful our study will be. Fourth, comparing cases with controls. Controls are individuals who are similar to cases in many ways, such as age and sex, but do not have the disease. By comparing the exposures of cases and controls, we can see if there are any significant differences that might explain why some developed the disease and others didn't. And finally, focusing on finding what causes or prevents disease. The ultimate goal of a case control study is to identify potential risk factors for the disease. This information can then be used to develop strategies for prevention, early detection and treatment. By carefully selecting cases and controls, and by gathering detailed information about their past exposures, researchers can gain valuable insights into the causes of disease.